Hi, my name is Ashley, and today I'm going to talk about dark skin versus light skin, the unknown bias. And my focus is going to be on film movies. So basically, I love film. And so a lot of the times I'll be watching movies and like good movies like Get Out, amazing, really good. And then there's Spider-Man Homecoming, and they have really good actors, but of color, and you have to wonder why don't we see more. So I'm going to talk about that. So my first point is that since forever, lighter skin has been favored since forever. It's called Eurocentric beauty, and it's basically light-skinned people. That's the standard for beauty, being beautiful. So a lot of cultures see it as like dark-skinned is viewed as ugly and evil and sin, hatred, stuff like that. And that's just, discriminatory beliefs that people had. Many cultures believe this standard so much that skin whitening is a thing. It's a product that people can buy to lighten their skin and become more attractive. Darker skinned people are usually seen as poor, of a lower rank. We see that a lot in India and Asia. Well, Asia. We see that a lot in Asia. So my second point I want to make is that during times of slavery in the US, lighter skinned slaves versus darker skinned slaves, they were like ranked entirely differently, if you want to call it that. Darker skinned slaves usually had to work fields, do hard labor. They were not even given the option to work inside the master's house. Lighter skinned slaves, although if they did any labor, because usually they were seen as not part of the family, but they were lighter, so they were more desirable. They would travel with the family. They enjoyed the finer things in life, unlike the darker skinned slaves that had to work and were often beaten. So transitioning back to my main point of my speech, I want to talk about the biases in the media industry, specifically in the film industry. So many casting directors usually tend to work with lighter skinned actors and actresses because of these embedded ideas of Eurocentric beauty. So oftentimes maybe they're not even thinking about it, but it's engraved in our heads to think that light skin is beautiful. A lot of the times lighter skinned people who are casted in roles are seen as they're usually casted in nice, good roles that are seen as nice and good. They're seen as compassionate and kind people. They're playing compassionate and kind people. People of darker skin are usually viewed playing evil criminals, bad, negative characters that have bad, negative connotations. And so we see a lot of lighter skinned actors and actresses such as like Will Smith, Rashida Jones, Halle Berry, and we think, oh, like we don't think it's obvious they fit the Eurocentric beauty standard. And then we see, we rarely see, like, I love Gabrielle Union, but we hardly see her in huge roles. Don Cheadle, they're even they don't really get much work, and when they do, it's not it's a stereotypical or offensive role, or it's something that really isn't popular. We do see very small examples of darker skinned people being represented in movies. For example, Moonlight, which not only features a immensely diverse cast, but it also talks about homosexuality, which you don't really see when you have a cast of darker skinned actors and actresses. It's usually, you never see that. It's usually they're straight couples, they're heterosexual. You don't see darker skinned people being portrayed in homosexual relationships. It's very rare. So this movie won an Oscar, and it represented not only the darker skin community, but the homosexual community, the LGBTQ. It was a huge milestone. It took dark skin and romanticized and humanized it in the cinematic context, which is very rare, like I said, in film. So concluding this, we do see darker skinned people in media. It's just very rare. I feel like the time that we're in now, we shouldn't be talking about this anymore. I feel like the norm should be seeing diversity, and if we look past, you know, appearances and focus on their merit and their talent and their credibility, we would see a much more diverse industry, not just in TV and film, but in our lives as well. Thank you.